time did these recurring nightmares begin, Oliver?
It was pretty soon after the
incident?
Yeah.
Well, if they're as bad as you describe, I think we should put you on a high dosage of propranolol. It'll help ease your anxiety and hopefully get rid of the nightmares.
Sounds perfect.
There are a few side effects like nausea and dizziness, but nothing to be too worried about. The other ones are extremely rare.
Thanks.
If you have any problems with the medication, don't hesitate to call.
Yeah, I agree. She probably shouldn't have said that.
Right? And it was totally out of nowhere. Ollie? Ollie? Ollie?
I know it's tough losing a child. No one should ever have to go through that. But hopefully with your guys' help and cooperation, we can find some closure to this case. We got the results back from the coroner's office. Looks like she died of head trauma. Looks like she fell down the stairs. Here are some pictures of the crime scene. If you guys could just take a look at that and see if there's anything out of the ordinary that would possibly help us solve this case.
Everything looks the same.
Her wrist.
What about her wrist?
Her bracelet's missing. Oliver gave that to her for her birthday and she never took it off.
Who else besides Lily was home?
She was alone.
I thought you were home that night.
No, I left around 7 for poker.
Poker? Where do you play poker at?
Cowboy Saloon.
Thank you for your time. We'll let you know if anything comes up. Contact Oliver James and see if he'll come in for an interview. And that file that I sent you, take a look at it. It's Mr. Barnes' alibi. Just see if it checks out. There's a possibility this could be a homicide. Good afternoon, Oliver. Thank you for coming in on such short notice. Come on in and have a seat. I know it must be tough losing a friend. No one your age should ever have to go through that. I just want to ask you a few questions today. It might give us some information on this case.
Okay.
We believe that Lily's death was an accident, but there was one thing that was missing from the scene. We couldn't find it anywhere, nowhere in the house. Do you have any idea what I'm regarding?
No, sir.
Do you recall the bracelet that you gave to her last year for her birthday?
Yes, sir.
According to her parents, she never took it off, and yet it was the only thing that was missing from the scene. Do you have any information regarding this?
Not that I know of, sir.
Okay. When was the last time you had seen or spoke to Lily?
I don't know.
Was anyone there the night of the accident?
Not that I know of.
Could you describe Lily's relationship with her father?
He wasn't usually around when we were there, but I would describe it as most difficult.
Difficult? Was he ever abusive? Did Lily ever mention him getting angry?
Not that I know of. Her parents weren't usually around when we were there.
Thank you for coming in today, Oliver.
Everyone, please listen to the announcements today.
Attention BHS. By now, we are all aware of the tragedy that has taken place within our town. BHS student Lily Barnes lost her life last week. The police think that it was most likely an accident. We are all disheartened by this, so to honor her memory, there will be a school memorial service tomorrow at 3. Until then, if any of you feel you need to talk to someone about this, there will be grief counseling available all day for the next week in the auditorium. Thank you for your time.
I was happy to get your call after what happened to Lily. I wanted to give you time, but I'm glad you want to talk about it.
It's not about her, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, I had some questions about the medication you put me on.
is it not working correctly?
Well, it is. The nightmares are gone.
Well, that's good, right? What we wanted?
Yeah, you mentioned some side effects, ones that might be serious.
Do you think you may be experiencing them?
No, I was just mostly curious.
Okay, well, there have been a few cases in the past when propranolol actually worsens PTSD symptoms. It's extremely rare.
That's awful, but they would know it, right?
Well, I'd like to think so, but it's also possible that they would do it unconsciously, sort of like a dissociation. They would black out, have an episode of violent behavior, and then forget the whole thing. Until later, they would grab something that would remind them of it, and they'd piece it all together. Oliver, you have nothing to worry about. It's not going to happen to you.
Oliver, it's so good to see you. Why don't you come in?
I came over to give you this.
Why did you have this?
I think she must have left it at my house before she died.
This really meant a lot to her. She really loved this.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Barnes.
For what? You didn't do anything wrong. Have a good night, Oliver.
Hello? Yeah, did you get it? Okay, so it's confirmed that Barnes was not at poker that night. Looks like we have a prime suspect now. Thanks.